the step-by-step plan to get lean in the next 30 days so you can be war ready for summer and have your shirt on. This is the exact protocol that I follow when I am 4 weeks out, and I am doing this exactly right now to be as lean as I can in the best shape possible leading up into the summer. This is the exact same protocol I give to all of my clients who are in their final stretch of their journey, and I'm gonna give you the step-by-step play, what you need to do from when you open your eyes to when you close your eyes, with the science behind it. My name is Dr. Michael Diamonds. I'm a medical doctor. I am also a scientist. I majored in biochemistry and microbiology. I am a pro natural bodybuilder and a men's physique champion, and I'm going to give you the logic behind every single step. And my challenge to you is to follow this process step by step if you finally want to get rid of that fat that you have on your frame. Let's not waste time, and I'm gonna take you through the routine that I want you to follow. I want you to wake up early. This plays a massive role, and try and get light into your eyes as soon as you can. Why this will play a role is that our body functions on light, and it's called our internal clock, also known as our circadian rhythm. When you have light flash into your eye, it will start suppressing melatonin and it will reset your internal clock. This will allow all the beneficial genes that help you lose weight to be activated and the ones that we don't need to be deactivated. That's the first thing I want you to do. I want you then to get on a walking pad, or I want you to be able to just go outside and just move your body. And if you can do this for at least 30 minutes, maybe you're cleaning up the apartment or you're getting prepared for the day, with sunlight in your eyes is the best way to go. I also then recommend is use the toilet and step on the scale first thing in the morning. Why this is so important is that it's going to allow us to know when you do this for the next 30 days, is the program working or not? The scale is going to be like your compass. It's going to be directing you if you're going truly south in terms of your weight or not. And then write a note on your app to see if your weight's going down. I also recommend an app called Happy Scale. This is actually an amazing app that will tell you what your moving average is. So it uses science to actually tell you if your weight is trending in the right direction or not. It's also extremely motivating. The next thing I want you to do in the morning is we're not having breakfast. Keep on watching the video. I'm going to give you the exact meal plan you want to follow and how to manipulate it. In the morning, I want you to drink a black coffee. If you're hardcore, if you can just do it with non-nutritive sweetener, if you're afraid of just the black coffee. But black coffee is so important. Why? It is going to keep you awake and alert. It is also being shown to be lipolytic. It can be fat burning, but caffeine can also give you an amount of energy. So you will notice that you'll burn more calories having a black coffee in the morning. The common question is, Dr. Mike, can I get creamer? If you can get creamer like the nut pod, which is very, very low in sugar and won't spike your insulin too much, you're good to go with that, but I highly recommend doing black coffee. This will help you in extending your fast. So let's say you've woken up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. you want to have your coffee, and the last bit of caffeine that I want you to have during the day is at 12 o'clock. I also want you to be practicing fasting. So all you're doing is you're skipping breakfast. I'm not giving you any meals for breakfast. What we're doing here is we're extending your fasting window. The objective here is to keep your insulin levels as low as possible in the morning. This will allow your body to be primed to be in a state of fat burning. And what I also recommend, if you can, is then do some form of exercise. Do your training routine in the morning. So go to the gym and let me know if you guys want me to show you what training routine you should do. And I actually just got an idea and I'll share it with you later in the video. But if you can, go for a walk in the morning, walk on your walking pad in the morning, just do some sort of exercise, because we know that doing this in the morning, and in my experience, my clients are a lot more effective. You're gonna be extremely energized and motivated for the day. All my business clients, all my doctors love this part because they just feel like they're running at 2 times capacity in terms of their energy through the day. They think twice as fast. So if you can, train in the day. Then at middle of the day, if you can, I want you to have another cup of black coffee. So 2 cups of coffee. And if you must, maybe you're training middle of the day during lunch, you can take a pre-workout instead. I particularly love the pre-workout called Pride. And what I like about Pride as a pre-workout is that research has shown that when you're roughly taking 300 to 400 milligrams of caffeine, this will improve your training performance, your endurance, And this will also help you extend your fast, and you can have your first meal at 2 p.m. Now, as you do this program that I'm sharing with you, if you notice you're still hungry, even though you're following this protocol, I want you to then just extend your fast from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So depending on what your hunger levels are, I prefer not eating and extending my fasting window, because once you eat, it's game over. You're hungry the entire day. I like feeling like I'm eating like a king. So by now, you have walked and you've trained. And now we want to break your fast. And I'm going to take you into what meal number 1 is. Meal number 1 is so crucial because it'll be easy, it'll be repeatable, and it'll be enjoyable. Let's go to the kitchen and I'm going to show you exactly the food you want to prepare. Here is meal number 1. It is 4 wraps, wrap 3 and wrap 4. Just enough protein to boost muscle protein synthesis, just enough fats, and just enough carbohydrates. And these are the veggies. This is my handful of veggies that I eat. My clients love these meals, especially using the ERE method. Have my chicken breast here. I'm just gonna spread equally, right? 1 handful here. All that's left is adding my condiments, mustard, and you guys will see like I pour the same amount. This is the next sauce. And this also just shows you your food doesn't have to be bland. Just stay consistent with how much you add and just comfortably put it on here, right? You guys can see I'm putting it on the corners. And that is meal number 1. Now, these 4 wraps, depending on your height and weight, you can simply make a decision to eat, instead of 4 wraps, to eat 3 wraps. Some of you may say, wow, that's a lot of food, but most of you are severely under eating. For the first week, I want you to eat this. And if you don't want to have as much carbs, just simply remove 1 wrap and put the fillings of that wrap in the other 3 wraps. If not, just eat it as a salad. And that's how you can manipulate the wraps. Moving on, I want you after every meal to go on a 10 to 15 minute walk. This is amazing because it's going to allow your body to improve your digestion. It's also going to allow your body to take all the glucose that is in the wrap, that is in all the foods that you've just added, to be used effectively. This will help your insulin response. This will help with insulin sensitivity. And remember, for fat loss, we want to keep our insulin low. Insulin plays a massive function, but exercising 10 to 15 minutes is amazing for your body's response to being able to have insulin. Now, what I want you to do next is set yourself the objective of 15,000 steps in the day. And I'm gonna show you how to hit that. So by now, I want you to be using your walking pad. I want you to be moving as much as possible. I want you, instead of sitting at your desk for a full hour, research shows that productivity significantly declines after about 25 to 30 minutes. So whenever I work, I use a thing called the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes of focused working with 5 minutes of relaxing. If you just search Pomodoro on YouTube, you'll actually find really relaxing music that plays with the timer going on, and you can simply follow that. And if you stand up every 30 minutes and walk around for 5 minutes, maybe you go to the kitchen, maybe you start cleaning up the apartment, maybe you go walk down to your car, or you're gonna go get some food somewhere, that 5 minutes, if you do that for 12 hours, and that means 5 minutes in the first 30 minutes and 5 minutes in the last 30 minutes, means you're walking 10 minutes per hour. After 12 hours, that's gonna be 12,000 steps. So that's a simple way to get it. And I'm gonna show you how to get the remaining 3,000. Now you know different techniques that you can get those steps, but park further. Walk going to the gym, walk whenever you get the opportunity. I have the rule whenever I have my phone in my hand, I walk. Now, in terms of training, I highly recommend training 5 times per week. And the training split that I recommend is an upper body, lower body, push, pull, legs. This is the training split that I want you to do. I want you to train first. Now, it is important that we really focus on keeping the muscle tissue, because this program is intense. If you're speeding through the workout, you're gonna feel that you're going to be losing muscle mass along the way. If you don't use it, you lose it. So when you are training, you need to train with good form and good intensity. In your mind, when you're doing every single rep, you need to ask yourself, do I have 1 or 2 reps in reserve? Or do I have 5? And if you consistently say, well, I could have gone 5 more, you're not training hard enough. This is gonna allow us to make sure we maintain the muscle tissue that we fight so hard to attain in the first place. Now that you've finished training, this is the particular cardio routine I want you to do. It is gonna be difficult. I want you to do one of these 2. I highly recommend the first one I'm about to suggest. I want you to get on the Stairmaster. I want you to get on the Stairmaster 5 times per week. And I want you to be on the Stairmaster for 30 minutes. I want you to get, if you're using a techno gym, to get to about level 10 to level 12. And this is going to get your heart rate to 140 beats per minute. That's the main objective of getting your heart rate to 140 beats per minute. Why is that number so important? This is what is described as zone 2 cardio. Spending more time in zone 2 cardio is amazing for longevity. This will improve your VO2 max, which is, in short, an amazing way to look at how much lung capacity and oxygen you can take up. It is an amazing test for your overall fitness, and VO2 max has a direct correlation to how long you live. But not only that, in that 120 to 140 beats per minute, and let's just stick to 140, your body will melt fat off. You're burning a good amount of calories, and where those calories are coming from is going to be more fat as opposed to more carbohydrates when you're doing higher intensities. If you do not have a Stairmaster, you can simply use a treadmill and walk on a max incline, and you can see what speed you need to be at. But I'm going to call it roughly at 3 miles per hour on max incline for 30 minutes. And you can use an Apple Watch, you can use a Fitbit. Some of these machines have the metallic bars that you can hold and it will give you a heart rate. And if you spend 30 minutes either walking on an incline or stepping, that's going to give you 3,000 steps. So all you had to do is walk for 10 minutes every hour. So just stand up at 8:30 and at 8:55 and walk, and do that for the next 12 hours to hit the 12,000. And then you can do the 3,000 on the Stairmaster. Also, between sets, don't be sitting down and texting people. Walk around and be active. This is bringing up a higher level of consciousness and removing yourself from being a lazy body. But this cardio is going to help melt fat off. When we get home, we're going to go to my favorite meal. It is going to be the pumpkin and steak. Let me show you how to prepare that meal. Meal number 2 is a meal I've been eating since I lost my belly fat the first time, going in 2014 to 15. Here is 1.2 kilograms of pumpkin / butternut. Here we have exactly 200 grams of raw beef, and the macros for this meal is 716 calories. This is 97 grams of carbs. This is 100 grams of carbs basically. So all I do is pop this in the microwave for 10 minutes, right? It's already cut up. And when it's ready, which is this right here, this is my 1.2 kilos, I just add the beef to it and voila, there we are. And I'm gonna add spicing. But the main idea here and why I love the pumpkin is that number 1, it's high in volume. You can also switch it up for zucchini noodles as the carbohydrate source, or you can also switch it up for cauliflower rice and steak for the carbohydrate source. And you can just change the quantity of the carbohydrates to suit your plan. Now, for those of you who have stuck this far, it means that this is important to you. What I have done is I've created a PDF. Now, what you're going to have to do is go into the description and you're going to join the newsletter, right? And you're more than welcome to unsubscribe from my newsletter. I'll be sending you weekly emails, giving you value, giving you plans, giving you strategies to follow. But once you subscribe from the newsletter, I'm going to send you this full plan, including the recipes to the foods. And I'm also going to give you a 5-day workout plan to follow. So in the description of this video, you guys can subscribe to the newsletter and you're going to get an email with this entire protocol. The pumpkin meal is amazing for a number of reasons. Number 1, it is high in fiber. Research has shown over and over again, diets high in fiber have a higher level of success because fiber will make you feel full. What's amazing about this fiber as well is that it's amazing at clearing your gut. So if you're someone who's struggling to go regularly, having this fiber in your system is more better. And the next thing that's amazing about this fiber is that it has a low glycemic index. It is not going to spike your blood sugar as high as compared to bread, for example. So the steak will be filling, the pumpkin will be filling, and again, fiber with steak, an amazing combination. This has allowed me to just shred weight very, very easily. Next, the last meal I want you to have is an ice cream. Now you can use a Ninja Creamy to make your own custom ice cream at home, or you can use Arctic Zero, Halo Top, there's Yasso that you can order, or you can make it at home with a Ninja Creamy. Why the ice cream is so important is that it will allow you to really stick to this diet, because if not, you're gonna find it very monotonous, you're gonna find it very boring, and you're just going to want to give up. And this will allow you to feel like something to look forward to from all your efforts, and just stick to one and do this for the next 30 days. And when you do, you're gonna look amazing. You're gonna notice the weight coming off. And it's also going to break this desire for cheat meals or wanting to go off of this plan. You will actually notice you can do it for 60 to 90 days. And again, if you want me and my team of medical doctors, you want a guaranteed result, you want to do blood tests, they're programs you've done before. The clients that usually we will work with is business owners, they are doctors, they're professionals who are happy to invest into their health, and they usually have other underlying issues. I highly encourage you to book a call with me and my team. We'll take you through our entire process, which is the DNA sequence, and if you like it, we'll help you. If not to worry, just watch my videos. They have all the information you really need to execute. Now, this is the most important part. As the sun is starting to set, you've now had your dinner, you've now had your ice cream. I want you to put on your blue light blocking glasses. These glasses are going to stop blue light entering your eye, and it's going to increase melatonin production. When my clients put on these blue light blocking glasses, as the sun starts to set, they can barely keep their eyes open when they're ready to sleep. When you're 30, 40, 50 years old, it is more important than ever to get enough sleep, because this is where your growth hormone is produced. This is where your testosterone is being produced. This is where ghrelin, the hunger hormone, is being kept at bay. This is where leptin, the hormone that tells you you're full, is being produced. So when you're sleeping less, you're producing less of those hormones, and you're feeling the effects of having less testosterone, less growth hormone. You're noticing everything is so much harder. So we want to put on blue light blocking glasses. We want to stop eating when you're about 3 hours away from going to bed. You want to start sipping any drinks so that you're not waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. And then finally, charge your phone outside. Don't charge it in your bedroom, because sometimes you'll just spend time on the phone. The phone can stress you. Having that outside of your bedroom is what I highly recommend. And then repeat this process and do it every single day. The main objectives: I want you to fast at 2 p.m. I want you to eat all of your meals like I just showed you. And then I want you to hit your steps, your 15,000. I want you to train, and then I want you to get 7 hours of sleep. And I want you to follow this exact plan for 30 days. What I want you to do right now is comment in this video, "I'm in." And in 30 days from now, I want you to come back to this video, and I want you to share your results, because I have a strong feeling people are going to share this video. And I want this to be a challenge to people. And maybe we'll even turn this into like a free challenge that I'll do in the future. So leave the video the thumbs up, share it with a friend, and then comment down below, "I'm in." And you can put in what your starting weight is. You can put as much detail as you are, and I want you to come back in 30 days. And I think it'll be an amazing story. It'll be an amazing video that will probably inspire people in 6 months from now. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the entire protocol, your only job is to stay consistent. I'm always in your corner. I'm rooting for you. See you in the next video. And this video here will show you how to build your own macros if that's what you want to see. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.